Well, hey everyone, this is RC Mechanic Garage. Alright, so I have many things going on. I have an MJ Comanche outside. I don't run. It's got electrical problems, fuel pump problems. I don't know. Maybe it's been flooded. I don't know. It's hard to say. Right? And I'm working on full-size stuff and RC stuff all at the same time. So, like I told somebody earlier this week, don't be fooled by the name of my page, my channel, because I work on both. Hence, garage. Okay? Alright, so this is what we got going on. What this video is really about is working on the D110. D110, we're going to work on getting the body lights working first. I've already gotten the headlights up here all done. These marker lights, side marker lights still need to be done, and wires run down and routed, as you can tell. In the rear, on these Injora bodies, the D110 does not come with a light bucket back here, so I have to be creative with that. And what I did is I just took a clear light, 3mm, and I just butted it up against the hole. I guess if I would have thought ahead, I would have made the hole bigger first before I put the lens on, but I already did that. Alright. Now we have the stoplight, signal light, stoplight, signal light. I believe that's how it works. Sorry. Stoplight is on the inside, signal light is on the outside. Stoplight, signal light. So what we're going to do today is get all of these all working, and the roof rack lights, front and rear, working. It's a little bit different than what I normally do. I mean, normally I just build the truck and then worry about, lights later, or don't even do lights. But in this case, I think it's a good thing to do the lights on the body first and then move on to the chassis, because I'm not really sure what chassis I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use the axial chassis from the raw builder's kit, but we'll see. I have parts coming, I'll just say that. And parts coming from China right now are like, God knows when they'll show up. So if this is something of interest to you, you may want to hang out. Just might. And while you're waiting, which will be like, millisecond, you might as well hit that subscribe button and like, and I don't know, if this turns out anything like the last 3 builds I've done, I'm pretty sure you're going to all be impressed. Well, a lot has happened in that millisecond, that has gone by. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of wires hanging down here. And what I did is I just went and wired everything up because, I just don't solder on camera, okay? I don't need anybody making fun of me. But let me just show you what I did. If you look at the bottom right here, if you can see, right up in here, I took a couple of generic plastic light holders for 3mm, and I glued it to the side marker area here and, down below. Okay? I was hoping that enough light will shine through there where it would illuminate. And then I just connected everything together. Now, what I what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure that all the lights are working. This is not the way that they are going to be working, okay? Because I have a controller to make the blinkers work, the headlights work, you know, tail lights, brake lights, reverse lights, all that. And in the end, that'll all be wired like that. Like I said a minute ago, there wasn't a light bucket up in this area, so I just jammed a light up in there. And then I made a couple, actually 4 light buckets here, 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 and here. Some of these. These are actually spacers for electrical boxes. So if your electrical box is, you know, too far into the wall, you can use a spacer to move it out so it's flush. That's what they're made for. And they come in different thicknesses, so I found the thickness I needed and I glued that to the very back. And a really cool thing I found is that for my hot glue gun, when I was working on this, I was thinking, you know, it'd really be cool if they made hot glue in like different colors, like, you know, black. So I looked it up, and once you know it, they do. So here's my hot glue gun with a black glue stick in it, and that's what I did back here. It'll keep the light from shining back into the body, and I will most likely do that into the corners here, here, and up in the front, up here, here. There are holders for the headlights and these signals that came with the kit, so I'll use them. But yeah, this is the way that is. So for the roof rack, I got that all wired in. Didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it to. I didn't want to end up with a big wad of wire trying to go through the roof of this body. So I probably could have just, you know, like took this light right up here, soldered it into this wire here, and this into this wire. So there was only 2 wires, but you know, I just ran out of patience, and so I just kind of brought it all down, and I put a plug right here and in the back. So we'll just have to kind of, like, you know, make it hidden as best as I can, right? But that's basically how that'll turn out. On the rear, thinking about that, these lights were sitting on top. I moved them down below, and I'm thinking if I have that controller running all these lights right here, I don't want to have, do I want to have these lights come on with like the reverse lights, or should I just put them on a separate switch so I can turn them on and off, kind of like the front, you know, separate the front and the rear. But you know, y'all can leave a comment on that if you'd like. So anyway, that's the plan on that. Still need to secure some wires. Just wanting to get these lights working for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it up on the stand and put power to it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so what I did also is I took these batteries right here and I made test leads so I could plug these lights in, you know, without, you know, starting a fire and all that. It worked out pretty good. So let's go ahead and do the rear. So there's the rear lights. These are all working right now, okay? And with this battery right here, it also powers the front. Or did it? Nope, it didn't, because I have a separate wire for that. So let's plug that in. I forgot about that. What can I tell you? Okay, so here's the front. And this is way front heavy, the body. Alright, so we have the rack lights up here working, signal lights here, headlights, all that working. And the one thing I was afraid of is that these marker lights would not show up very well. So I'm going to just turn the lights off real quick so you can see everything sort of in the dark. Okay, so turning the lights off makes all the difference. You can now see this marker light. Everything here shines out really good. And even inside the cab, because the moonroof right up here, the lights are back here, so it illuminates the inside. And whoop, there you go. Now you can see that one marker light. Move that back a little bit. Oh, frustrating. Okay. Anyway, you can see this marker light right up here. Now really good. Back here. This is what's got me thinking that maybe I should put these lights up here on a different switch, and these just be the reverse lights, and then, you know, got your signals, signal, brake, tail. Comments are welcome, everybody. So, just let me know. This is where we're at on the D110. The next step will be putting together chassis. I do have a frame from the Raw Builders kit I bought a long time ago. It's just pieces. It's the frame rails are together, but that's about it. So I'm gonna see what I can do if I have enough things around here that I can, build something. So if you like what I'm doing here, make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to like, subscribe, and that'll do it for this part of the build. The next part of the build will be coming up with a chassis and seeing what we can do with it. This is RC Mechanic Garage. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next stage.